Hey guys, so today we're going to learn how to mold your hair whenever you have a shortcut. Let's say you're in between styles, can't make it to your stylist, that kind of thing. This is the easiest way to mold your hair. So what I'm going to be using is my Bronner Brothers or New Expressions wrap foam. The labeling has changed, but it's still a Bronner Brothers product. So I'll use my wrap foam, a wrap tooth comb, and then you will also need what we call end papers or wrap strips. They're pliable. Do not get these mistaken with neck strips that barbers use. These are called wrap strips. They are a little bit thicker. So we're gonna use 2 of those. Now when you're doing your mold, you always wanna mold your hair in the direction that you are going to be styling. So if you are going to have a flip style, if you're gonna have a part, that kind of thing, make sure you do those different things or characteristics or assets, whatever you wanna call them, ahead of time, because once you mold your hair, that's typically how you're gonna style it. You don't wanna mold it one direction and then you're trying to over direct to style it, okay? So I've already combed your hair down, generally in the way that I would like to mold. I'm gonna utilize my wrap foam, a couple pumps in the hand, rub it on the hair. Some people like to pump it over the head too. This foam is really concentrated, so I am not going to use too much, but just enough that this hair will lay. I've been using this foam for quite some time. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our comb, tilt down for me, my love, and you are going to mold the hair with the comb actually laying on the head. So let me do this again. The comb is actually laying on the head, so I'm utilizing that to also press that hair down as I do my mold. Now at this point, if you're doing waves or anything of the sort, you're also able to do your waves, which I love this foam for doing waves as well. I'm really just doing these waves to kind of give you an idea of how great the foam is. Actually, I think I'll do waves anyway. But it's really pliable. It doesn't flake or build up. And it gives an amazing hold, but soft at the same time. Put this way from me, so in this case, we're gonna just continue with our waves. You don't have to do waves if you don't want to. In her case, I'm just using it to more demonstrate how easy you are able to move the foam around. But for those of you who are doing a regular mold, you'll go ahead and mold in the direction of your style. So if your hairline, turn this way from me. If your hairline is sparse, I always recommend that you mold your hair going towards the face and then down. That gives you the illusion that there is hair in that area that may be very sparse. So I'm gonna do just that. Her hairline is not sparse, but I like this mold for her in particular because it frames her face a lot better. And then on the opposite side, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So if you notice, I'm using my hand or palm of my hand or fingers to mold the hair at the same time. So it's kind of like an added smooth. So I need a little bit more foam over here. If you notice, the hair is popping off of the scalp, or off of the, I said off of the scalp, off of the head. So I'm gonna use a little bit more foam. Just to add a little bit more. So here's the thing. If you are in need of a fresh relaxer, or you have not had a relaxer in a while, the hair will typically bounce off of the head or scalp, or whichever one you want to use. This is typically the reason why I like doing shortcuts on clients who are more, say, freshly relaxed, because it lays a lot better. But the good thing is with this foam, you're able to wrap that hair or mold that hair and it still give you a superior hold with or without a fresh relaxer. In her case, we just relaxed her 2 weeks ago, so her hold is going to be a lot better than those who've been going on 4 weeks, which typically at 4 weeks you can't really get it molded. You really do need to get a fresh relaxer, but that's all in my opinion. All right, so her hair is now molded. Okay, So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of our end papers, stretch it out, and we're gonna start it right at the occipital bone. And with tension, I'm just going to pull it around and place it on the head, okay? Pull it around and place it on the head. What you don't want to do is pull it and tie it too tight, because then you can disturb your mold. So forward for me. So my last paper is going to go down here at the bottom, right under the occipital bone. It may go over the ear, but this is the one that I will tie in the front. Tilt back for me. I'm not gonna tie it too tight, as I don't want to put a mark on her forehead, but I do want to utilize this particular paper to hold my wrap papers and my mold in place. I don't put any paper on the top unless my client is natural. If she was natural, at that point, I would then start from the top with my end strips or wrap papers, because I need to put some pressure on the top because I know it will expand as she dries. In her case, she has a full relaxer, so that is not needed. I hope these tips and tricks help you in your wrap mission. For those of you who have never done a wrap before, definitely pick up a bottle of the Bronner Brothers Professional Wrap Foam. It used to look like this. It doesn't anymore, but it's still a Bronner Brothers product, so it says Bronner Brothers Professional on it. Definitely get you a bottle from your local stylist or distributor in the area. I'll see you guys later. Bye.